Hey everybody, how are you? I am wanted to jump in here a little bit early, but also wanted to address that we're not having sound. So I appreciate you all that we didn't have sound on that, and but we should be loud and clear now. Yeah, we should be loud and clear with me here, and so wanted to make sure that. I corrected that, so we should be good to go. How you guys doing? Happy Thursday evening here. Very excited for the broadcast tonight. We're going to get Todd and Cindy back on, and after a long hiatus, it feels like a long time since we've had them on, but they'll be on this evening. We're going to be talking about a lot of the current events that are happening tonight, what's happening in Washington, D.C. Yeah, no haircut, but it's my hair is just a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, a little bit different tonight, I guess. So welcome all. Hey, good to see you all. How you doing? Australia in the house. Hey, I got a cool thing that I want to try with you guys. I think you're going to love it because I want to see where everybody is at. So I've always envisioned that I would have a way to, let me see if I can get us here now, that I would have a way to see where everybody is, right? And so, hold on a second. So I figured out a way to do that. And why is that so big? I don't need it that big. All right, so I'm going to see where everybody's at right now, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that as soon as I pull up the location. Okay, now, all right. So for all of you who have been to the store, okay, I want to thank you, and also I want to, let me see. Let me pull this up here. And let me see. It's going to be a cool little thing we're going to do right now. Okay. So let me see what this looks like when I bring this up. And you guys see that right now? Okay. And this is going to be cool. So what I'm going to ask you to do, all right, is go to the IndoctriNATION.com and go to, or IndoctriNATION.shop. Okay. And theindoctrination.shop. And what's going to happen is you're going to see yourselves pop up on this this globe here. Okay, so I'm starting with the U.S. We can go all around the world, but I want, and you don't have to buy anything. Obviously, just go to the indoctrination.shop, and it'll start showing up here as you guys log on. And so I think it'll be really cool because I always wanted to see a map of the earth. All right, there we got New York. We got, looks like, what is that? Michigan, we can go in closer. We've got 5 visitors right now. We got, looks like Vancouver. Is that Washington State? We got Colorado. Look at you guys popping up right there. Isn't that cool? Is that not cool? I am loving this right now. And look at you all popping up. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Just go to the indoctrination.shop or the indoctrination.com and then click on the shop button there, right? And let me see. I should be able to pull you up. Hold on, because you might be having. You still have there, and I'm going to come up there, and there we go. And I'm with you. Look at all that. Isn't that cool? Now let's go across the pond. Then we'll come back here. Okay. Let's go across the pond. All right, to look at look at England, right? Where else? We got Scotland there. Where is that? It's hard to see this. But look at you guys. Look across the pond there. Let's see. Let's go down to Australia. Where's Australia? It's kind of a weird looking map, isn't it? Look at it. Look at Australia. Look at that. Very cool. How many we got in Australia? So we got 155, 60. So you guys are logging on. This is really cool. And let's go back to the U.S. here for a little bit, and then we'll come back. Look at y'all. How cool is that, huh? I want to make this a thing, guys, because I just want to. Here's the thing. You all are so awesome, and I so appreciate that you are all living individual, incredible lives, and all dealing with this pandemic and all that is happening in our world. We're doing it differently. Like we have people different in California and Washington and all these different states. We now have 16 states that are absolutely, like dropping the mask mandates and so forth. And you're going to see the success of these. You're going to see that, no more people are dying than ever before. And we're going to see this unfold just like we have in South Dakota and Florida, and Texas goes in. But look at y'all. We're at 224. All you have to do is go to the IndoctriNATION.shop, theindoctrination.shop or theindoctrination.com, and then click on the shop. You don't have to buy anything. I do want you to see the awesome designs that we have there and the awesome merchandise. But more importantly, I want to see where you guys are all from. Okay? Look at that. Look at all around. We got Canada in the house. Canada, some awesome Canucks up there. We got Florida. Look at everybody. Let's see what we got across the pond. Looks like we got more Scotland and England. And so cool to see all this. And I'll get a better map here that I can refer to here. And look at Australia. Look at Australia. Look at y'all. Very, very cool. So let's see how many we can get on here, please. We got 290 right now. And all you have to do, almost 300, all you have to do is go to the IndoctriNATION.shop. You don't have to buy anything. It just shows up when you're there, okay? Now, some of you might think, wow, this is really cool. Others of you may think this is really creepy because they know where I'm at. Well, guess what? They already know where you're at, okay? They already know your address. They already know everything about you. And unless you're using a VPN, which, by the way, I need to start using, and I'm going to share some information on that here probably in a couple of days. But when you, they know where you're at. They know where you're logging on. They know where you're at, and they have a lot more information on you than I do, certainly. And this is through a website called Shopify, as you know, allows people like me and Rob, who's doing all the gear. In Vegas, lives in Vegas and here in LA. He's been a Snedehead for over 7 months now. And he's awesome. And he's the one that showed me how we could watch this. And this is the way it lit up the night that the first night that we launched the shop. So thank you for that. And see if you like anything in there. But right now, I just wanted to see, where everybody was at and show you guys where everybody was at. Look at this. Look at Europe. Look at Europe. What do we got up here? Holy cow. Where am I getting kind of turned around here? Is that, oh my gosh, is that Norway? Yeah, help me out here with the Europe here, guys. Let me go to the chats. I gotta freshen up on my map here. Here we go. There we go. And let me pull this up here. And let me get your chats going here. So isn't this cool? So it's cool. I want to start off like this every night is kind of like an intro and kind of just really say hi to everybody and see where everybody is around the world. Let's move on to Australia again one more time. And we got almost 400 people up there that are coming on. Very awesome. Very awesome. Where are my New Zealanders, folks? We're missing our New Zealanders, our Kiwis. But look at the U.S. Look how we got the U.S. covered. Now, one of the things I want to do is I want to get into some Spanish-speaking stuff. I want to have the shows translated. And so I'm looking into that. If you guys have any info on that, that would be awesome. But look at you guys just lighting up this map. Now, the only thing we got to change this to is red, right? We got to change this to red. When these are lighting up, but the aqua is kind of cool. I'm sure I can probably change that too, actually. Yeah, I'll work on that. So very cool, guys. Very cool. So you're in our new shop, our brand new shop as of this week. So welcome. Thank you all who have purchased, and it's just really cool to see you all. And by the way, I'll keep this up, and maybe we'll just refer back to it and see how many more people are coming on. Fantastic. Welcome, everybody, one and all. My name is David Snedeker. This is the Indoctrination, and I am so glad that you are here on this fabulous Thursday evening, March 4th. And let's get to it, shall we? Welcome to Snedeker Theater, by the way. This is the white T-shirt that you can get online, the Indoctrination at David Snedeker Truthcast, and check your coat. And also have Snedheads 2020 on the sleeve, The Great Awakening. So I welcome you to check those designs out and get your OG Snedheads, the Indoctrination T-shirt or sweatshirt or all of that. So good to see you all. I am so excited for what's going on right now. And if you are not excited about what's going down right now, feel free to share that. Like, I don't want anybody to feel bad because they're down or that they're not feeling good about the things that are happening. That's why we're here. I mean, certainly we're here to share some information, to share some incredible information that we come across that you guys are sending through. We're going to get into the Delta Q drops with Todd tonight. But we're also here to support each other and kind of help each other that are, having a difficult time right now. And it's okay to be having a difficult time. There are a lot of people that are like just really frustrated, right? Cheers, everybody. Let's see. Christine, love the V-necks. Wish it came in black. That'll be the next. You're not the first one to ask for that. That'll be the next one. Okay. Let's see. Excuse me. Check out "Open Your Eyes" by Russ Francis. Awesome. Open your eyes. I will. Let me make a note of that actually. And so, hey, let's check our codes. If you're new here, welcome to this Truthcast. You are welcome here, no matter where you are at in your journey, in your evolution of the awakening. If you're a newbie, if you're fresh to the indoctrination in terms of realizing that we have been enslaved by the indoctrination information machine, then welcome, and you're right on time. And if you've been with us for a long time, or you've been with the awakening a very long time, then you're welcome as well. And I think you're going to find a very educated, I know you're going to find a very educated population here in Snedville. Okay, because we have a bunch of beautiful humans that are just incredibly talented, incredible in their ability to research and ask questions and seek information themselves rather than be spoon-fed information. So happy to have you all here and honored to be in your presence and be the head Sned, if you will. So what we do here is we do a process where we imagine this big winter coat that we're wearing with a hood, and we're coming in out of the cold. And that winter coat contains all of our indoctrination, all of our preconceived notions, our unconscious bias. We have things in the pockets that don't serve us when we're, downloading new information. We have our ego wrapped up in that coat. And we're coming into a warm theater full of beautiful humans, and we just check our coat. At the coat check, we get a claim ticket. Our coat is safe. We know the people there. We get our claim ticket and we come on in. We grab our drink. We grab our favorite snack, our favorite person, our favorite favorite pet, and we come on in. We have a drink and we sit down and we download some new info. So cheers, everybody. Happy to be here with you. All right. So, couple things. One, we are Todd got kicked off Facebook tonight. We'll share some information on that so that you can reconnect with Todd. Obviously, Todd is over the target. We know that about him, and even though he didn't even post anything this weekend, they shut him down. So we'll get you reconnected with Todd on Facebook, even though Facebook is causing us more and more problems as we go. And so we will get dialed into that. So much happening today. The first thing I want to say is that, excuse me, Hannah B is back from 60 days in Facebook jail. So give it up for Hannah B. Wow, do you know what you said to be put in Facebook jail? And if you want to just be kind of vague about it, that's fine, so you don't get put back in. Norway in the chat. Hi, Judy. Awesome. Deborah Matthews got kicked off today for 7 days. Sorry about that, and yet you're obviously over the target, right? Brennan was pushing out March 4th conspiracies today. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that right now, as a matter of fact. Steve Thomas, 2 more days, been there almost 30 days. Talia is in jail, Facebook jail for 30 days. It's a badge of honor, but we're also going to be, telling this story. Jackie been in Facebook jail for 3 days. Lucinda, Dave, please make pocket t-shirts. Awesome. Okay, thanks for that feedback. This is like the first launch, guys. So, we'll have more options, and appreciate your feedback on that as well. Pocket t-shirts I do see that happening with a smaller logo on the pocket. So thank you for that, Lucinda. And by the way, Rob is also listening in on some feedback as well. Deborah, this is the 3rd time for you from getting kicked off. And Elise, you're in Facebook jail another 17 days. We miss you, but glad you're here on YouTube. Selena, Facebook jail twice. Audrey kicked off Twitter. Wolverine never joined Twitter. Nice move. They must be on another wave of suspensions. Yeah, we're going to show that, Lisa. We're going to show Mr. Biden. Lisa, you just got 30 days 3 times. Eric just got out of Facebook jail, 30-day trip. Lucia lost her 11-year Facebook account. That's a bummer. That is really screwed up. Guys, you do know how to back up Facebook, right? Like, you can back it up so you have it on your own hard drive. I recommend everybody do that, especially if you're over the target. Chris, Facebook removed you as well. Wow. Joseph Lee, Dave, I have a question. Can you answer? Is Arizona Wilder dead? I don't know who Arizona Wilder is. Should I know who Arizona Wilder is? And if you tell me, I may know, but didn't connect the name. Marlene, I have known about the child sex trafficking since 1995 when I was in Detroit. Heard about the Patriot concentration camps, politicians involved in trafficking and blackmailing. I guess you could say that was when I was awakened. Wow. Yeah. 95 is a long time, Marlene. And Marlene, interesting question for you. Do you believe, yes, and Julie will do long sleeve tees as well. Marlene, do you believe that, because you've known about this a long time, do you believe that things are happening as I talk about? Like things are going down. Like we're going to get this dialed in really, really well. Okay, in terms of like people are going down. So I'd be interested to see what you say about that because you've been on this journey for a long time. Sally, yesterday was my first anniversary with you, Dave. Happy anniversary, Sally. I'm sorry I didn't get you flowers. So I know a lot of people discovered me in March of 2020. And oh, yes, and hats are coming too, please. We need Sheila, yes. Snedhead's wine glasses. Working on that. We're actually going to have the logo etched in glass. We're working on that. Wow, Lisa, that's a lot. Hold on. I can't. I lost you. I lost it. But send that, Lisa. Send that to me in mail, please. In Gmail. Okay. Wow. Okay. Hold on. Trish says, Sneds, get this. Dr. Seuss was a 33rd degree Mason, and the book The Cat in the Hat was satanic, has satanic symbols in it, and it's meant to prime children for pedophilia. Oh my gosh, the White Hat's trying to bring attention to it. Trish, will you send me what you have on that to davesned@gmail.com? I do want to learn more about that. I'll be honest, as I am. I did not know that. And I know a lot about the 33rd degree Masons, obviously, and I did not know Theodore Geisel was a Mason. And I'll believe that kind of thing when I see it, because I know, here's the thing too, folks, is that I don't project too much, when it comes to speculation, I don't project too much about what's really going on. I forgot one of my lights, I just realized. And I'm going to play a video, and when I come back, I'll actually have a little more light on me, because I don't like having my eyes dark. But yeah, and decoder rings. We need decoder rings, Terry. Absolutely. That's a good one. Thank you. And beer koozies. Yes, it's that time of the year. It's getting warm. We're going to have to, and we're going to have hats. Yes. Yes. Jesus Trump Sneds USA. Awesome. I love it, Susan. And Lisa, your anniversary is April 28th. Hey, so if you guys figure that out, I would love to know. I would love to know what our anniversary is. I would really love to see that. Lisa Navarro, Scotch glass 2, please. Awesome. Okay. And awesome. Indoctrination boxer shorts. Amy, I love that idea. Very cool. Awesome. Carol, Scott McKay started another Patriot Street Fighter 7 on YouTube. Good to know, Carol, because we want to know where he's at. We've also reached out to him to be on the broadcast. So if you guys have a connection with him, please tell him we'd love to have him on the Truthcast. Okay. Lanyards. Interesting. I haven't thought of lanyards. Let's see. Dave, you need to ask your Snedheads who live in West Virginia and Arizona to call their senators to block that H.R. 1 bill. H.R. 1 bill. And is that just in Arizona and West Virginia? The bill addresses voter, let me see. Voter administration. The bill addresses voter access. I'm going to pull it up right now. Okay. The bill addresses voter access, election integrity, election security, political spending, and ethics for the 3 branches of government, specifically voter registration and voting access, and limits removing voters from voter rolls. The bill provides to states to establish independent, nonpartisan redistricting commissions. Also sets forth provisions related to election security, sharing intelligence information with state election officials, protecting the security of voter rolls, supporting states in securing their election systems, developing a national strategy to protect the security and integrity of U.S. democratic institutions, establishing in the legislative branch the National Commission to Protect United States democratic institutions, and other provisions to improve the cybersecurity of election systems. The bill addresses campaign spending, including by expanding the ban on foreign nationals contributing to or spending on elections, expanding disclosure rules pertaining to organizations spending money during elections, et cetera, et cetera. alternative campaign funding systems for certain federal offices, provisions related to ethics in all three branches, and candidates for president and vice president to submit 10 years of tax returns. This is, let me pull this up. Hold on a second here. Let me get you back to this. This is your obviously your notes. So this is basically, Margaret, this bill, right, is, make no mistake about this. This is about more control over the actual election. Okay. Sweatpants or workout pants. Okay. All right. What should it be on the butt, like juicy or something like that? What? How do you want that? Let's see. And I'll sign those. Just kidding. And let's see. Yeah, voting is under jurisdiction of the state. Amy, this is Juicy Sneds. I like it. I like it. This is. I still have my live countdown. Yeah, I've got to get this dialed in, folks. This is. No, I want that on. I don't want that on. Thank you for that heads up. That was the first I know about it. It's this new software is great, and yet we got some bugs to work out with it. It's a chore because I have a waiting room set up, but it's not taking the proper thing that I need to put into it. All right, so Juicy Snedeker D, I love it. So Caddy Bird, you just bought 10 of them for your grandkids. You rock. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let me see. Hold on. Dave, why is your Q in the background getting less and less to see? Well, Q hasn't posted in a while, right? Q hasn't posted in a while. Here, let me pull it up here. Let me open it up a little bit here. You know what? I'll bring it down a little bit or go up a little higher. I agree. It should be a little bit more in the picture. And just so you guys know, I've got some other stuff that I'm going to get into the scene here as we go. Okay, let me pull up some things I wanted to share with you all tonight. So cool to see you all and be here with you. And by the way, thanks for all your feedback last night on the old school video that I posted last night. And thank you guys. I appreciate it. You're doing great, Dave. I appreciate that. Bandanas. Okay, we got a lot of stuff. We got to kind of get off the ground here with it. But I appreciate that feedback, and we'll make it happen. Snedhead's Homebrew. Nice. Was a great video. Thanks, Elise. Yeah, I wanted to go to that one because for so many reasons. Yeah, with all these items, I can open a department store, Kathy. That's hilarious. So yeah, the reason I wanted to share that is because I thought that my view hasn't changed from a year ago, April. And when I watched that, I really thought, oh my gosh, I need to share this with the Sneds because, it's so much of it we knew back then. And so much of it we know now. And I will say this, that the only criticism that anybody can have of 17 is that of the timing and of the predictions that 17 has made. But in actuality, because we know 17 operates in much code, that we really don't know that there really haven't been any predictions made, even with the ones like 11.3, 11.4, 11.5, and things like that. Beach towels, yes, Michelle, great call. Bumper stickers, yes. That's fantastic. And by the way, maybe Christy, if you could maybe put something. Put something in the the page the Snedheads, the IndoctriNATION Snedheads fan page, then you guys can put your ideas up there, and we'll make sure that Rob can get to those, and then we can talk about it. That way it doesn't get stuck with me in information. So if you guys will go to this page, okay, the IndoctriNATION Snedheads fan page, please. And you just have to answer a couple questions. Many of you are already there. There's only 1.7 thousand members. I'd like to get that up to another couple thousand easily. But just go there and answer a couple questions. And there's some great information here. And I'll tell you what, you know, you may find, oh, it's hard to get my post on there or what have you. But I got to tell you that the way that Christy has operated this, we were one of the last ones that was taken down because of Christy Nance Taylor was being very disciplined in her acceptance of posts. And so we had like 4,000 members in the other Snedheads, which was started by Jessica Marie out of New Zealand. Hi, Jessica, if you're listening, much love to you. And so because she was so disciplined in that, it was one of the last ones to go down that has anything to do with 17. And so please be patient with that and understand why, because there are pages like this being shut down every single day, thousands. And all of them were shut down by the 17, and it took them a long time to figure out that we needed to be shut down because of the work that Christy and the other mods were doing there. And so please be patient with that. And thank you, admins, for all your work over there. And please go and just answer a couple questions, and they'll review, they'll let you in, and it's a great group. It's great information, and it's a way for us to connect too, because I'm limited as to how many I can bring on. You can also go to the IndoctriNATION as well. There you can watch the live streams and so forth. But the Snedheads fan page, that's one that you can really dial into and communicate and connect with others, as well as obviously my posts. But so please check that out. And so let's go to what's happening today. Okay, so first of all, as you guys know, going back to a year ago, I was telling you about 17, and I was telling you about this is a plan that's been in operation for a very long time, and we got into a lot of different things that we could talk about, and one of the things that that I want to share with you is that something that you are quite aware of here, and that is that we are being targeted. In a very, very negative way. We're being targeted as violent people. This part of this 17 movement. We have been targeted as troublemakers, as cult members, et cetera, et cetera. But anybody that really understands, like for example, if somebody challenges your knowledge about 17, okay, all you have to ask them is the following, okay? How many posts have you read? How many has 17 dropped? Okay? And I promise you that nobody that is saying that 17 is a LARP has a thorough understanding of all the drops. I've read them at least one time. Okay, so here I am, basically about as expert as you can be on the 17 drops without being an autist or an anon that interacts daily on the boards, because I don't go to the boards. Like I get mine through Q apps and all that. I have been on the boards, but I haven't really interacted on the boards. So I'm kind of like a next level down, and Todd as well, right? We're you know, both have a very good working understanding of 17. Anybody that is at our level of understanding will never call 17 a LARP and will never call it a PSYOP. Okay. And I've mentioned this many times, is that when you give the kind of information that 17 has given us over the years, if you give that information to an unarmed populace, it could easily be a LARP just to keep us down and keep us from a revolution. But you can't give that kind of information to a well-armed populace. And that's exactly what 17 has done. And so we are a peaceful people. But if they try to come come to our home and take our weapons, or come and restrict our freedoms any further, eventually that has always led to a revolution. And we are the largest army on the planet by far. 3 hunters in 3 states are the largest army on the planet by far. But we don't need to make threats. We don't need to use that information. I'm sorry, that weaponry now. We don't. We can still. I'll give you an example, folks. There is nothing that has happened. I live in California, for example. Okay, other than us not being able to go to school for my daughter, which I love. I mean, today at lunch, and I just started working from home. Today at lunch, I was able to play ping pong with my daughter on our outdoor. We got a little net that we put up on a table, and so able to have lunch with her. Right, I wouldn't be able to do that if she was at school. So there's a lot of benefit, a lot of things that I'm looking for, and I'm gathering all the good from that. And but that is one of the only ways in which our freedom has been taken from us. Obviously, once it gets into forced shots and so forth, that takes it to another level. And I don't think it's ever going to get there. But my point is that there has to be, when anybody challenges your knowledge of 17, just ask them, have you read the book? It's like somebody trying to tell you the real story of the book because somebody else told them about the book. No, you got to read the book if you're going to share it, or you're going to have an opinion on it. You have to read the book. And I've read the book more than once. And so that's all you got to say, is that you've got to read the book. And once you read the book and you see what we're going to show you tonight, the 3-year deltas and the 2-year deltas are awesome. Okay. And when you see the information that is being dropped and the questions that are being asked through that information, then you realize, oh my gosh, we've got something really special here. Okay, thank you, baby. Honey, I can't have this. Thank you. Sorry about that. So when you're coming at us with, this is a LARP, this is a PSYOP kind of thing, have you read the book? Because if you haven't read the book, then don't try to tell me how it ends. Don't try to tell me what it's all about. And you'll find the only people that challenge that haven't read the book. Okay? Now, I want to share a couple things with you right now. Let me pull them up. First off, here, I'm going to have to come back to him. By the way, guys, we're going to dig into some pretty cool stuff here coming up. And I am, I've had to really focus on, what that all is going to look like in terms of, like, I want to get into like ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia and just all this amazing intel that we are capable of learning so much more about our civilization, the sacred geometry, the origin, humanity and so forth. And so I want to really get into that with you. And I felt like we've just been kind of like, what do you call it? Spooning out the boat, if you will. We've been trying to, keep from sinking here with all this information that's coming at us and all the information that we need to kind of have a handle on what's going down. And I really think that things are going to be going down here in the next month to 2 months. And some say, is the goalposts keep moving? Well, we've never been given a goalpost. Okay. The only thing that that we were all thinking about the March 4th situation is because that has been when the Republic inauguration has been. So if POTUS was indeed the 19th president, which we believe he is, that we would actually have an inauguration on March 4th. So that's why everybody was kind of talking about March 4th. And it's also why, and I'll show you this in a minute, but it's also why we've been absolutely taken off the timetable, if you will, that we thought we were going to be on, but certainly not without the folks feeling like, okay, we're going to, let me see if I can find this now. Here it is. This is what went on on the Capitol Hill. And this is from Thomas Klein, who chatted with today. And the House Democrats cancel work schedule in D.C. due to alleged plot to seize the Capitol. And they canceled all the scheduled votes for Thursday, and Democrats are sending lawmakers home early due to an alleged plot to seize the Capitol complex on or around March 4th. Okay? House hustles to get members out of D.C. ahead of potential security threat tomorrow. Okay. Now, and that was last night, obviously. And they're blaming the 17 group, and they're calling it this conspiracy, right? And how interesting is all that? Because here's the thing: we are a peaceful bunch, folks, and the only thing that's been happening is been from the left, the Antifa, BLM. They're the ones doing the real damage. And oh my gosh, how many people are actually? How many National Guard are actually at the Capitol protecting these people? So they have there's no danger to them, even if there were 1,000 that were trying to seize the Capitol. So it's not going to happen, right? But it's important to understand that this is all optics, because obviously they're not in danger. They're not in danger. So this is all optics so that they can make it look like we're dangerous. Okay? That's what is so troubling, is that we know that this is all optics. Okay? I wanted to say there are thousands of National Guard there. And also, by the way, by doing this, they're also taking the focus away from, like Thomas said today, that they're taking the focus away from the fact that our troops were poisoned or attempted to be poisoned. We covered on Tuesday. They were given uncooked meat. They were given that was also sitting in transit. Right? They found metal shavings in their food. They've been mistreated by being relegated to the Capitol parking garage. It's just tragic what has been taking place on Capitol Hill for against our politicians. I'm sorry, from our politicians against our service members, and I got to tell you, it's all her fault here. Okay, it's all her fault. Okay, this is, oh, that's not the picture I was looking for, but that'll do. Mike Richards posted that. That is the greatest urinal I think I have ever seen. Okay. And I would drive, miles and miles out of my way just to take a piss at that urinal. I absolutely love that. So she's responsible. And by the way, let's watch this video here together. Let me pull it up for you. This is quite remarkable. All right, let me find it here. It's quite remarkable that we are. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you this before I went to that, and that is that that this is what's really going down this week. Just so you know, this is a note that went out to Antifa. Okay. This was February 9th. It went out. Keep it quiet. Keep it serious. Destroy. Situation report. Antifa group calls for March 6th direct action campaign. Okay. Now, none of this went out for QAnoners. Okay. Q or Anon. By the way, it's also, we know Q is Q. And then we know the Anons are the people who read Q and respond to Q. So there is no 17 Anon. All right. An Antifa group linked to some of the most destructive incidents of rioting in the Pacific Northwest is calling for a global autonomous day of action proposed for March 6th. Okay? Do you think, by the way, the House and the Senate, they're going to be concerned about this? No. Why? Because this is about causing problems for optics. Okay? And they're going to claim that this is us, okay? Or if they don't claim it's us, and they just say, yeah, we did it, Antifa doesn't exist. It's just an idea, right? Nadler said it, Biden said it, and they're just going to bail them out. So these people that are being set up for this, they know that one, the areas where they're going to be doing this, that the police have been briefed, and that no arrests are going to be made. And should arrests be made, we are going to bail you out, and we are not going to prosecute you. This has been the agenda. This has been the absolute, how they've carried out their strategy, and this is how they've burned the cities and desecrated the cities and ruined businesses and looted. And BLM is being being nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. This is when, like 17, we talked about up is down, down is up, right is left. That's where we're at right now, as you know. Okay. The Youth Liberation Front self-describes as a decentralized network of autonomous youth crews, referring to the anarcho-communist ideology of autonomism, which motivates most Antifa groups. While the group's largest chapter is organized in the Pacific Northwest, it has chapters in major U.S. cities, including Seattle, Chicago, and D.C., and in regional groups in the Midwest, Southwest, and Western Canada. The social media account putting out the call identified itself as Queer Insurrectionary Anarchist Youth Liberation Front Affinity Group. Unbelievable, guys. And by the way, we're going to get into some of this tonight, but let me take you to one of the things I wanted to show you. And we've been here before, and I know that you know this, but let me take you to this now. This is one of the some of the drops from March 5th and March 6th. But let me go to Q Alerts here, and we're going to pull up. Let's see. Let me see here. The price. Let me see. Okay, we are Q. This is one of the ones I wanted to show you, but there was another one that I want. It was the Antifa flag, and I had it up earlier. And I lost it, so I forgot which one it is. And it's basically the anti-fascist. Anti-fascist. Oh, there's probably a space there. It's not coming up. Not coming up. Why is that not coming up? Antifa should be coming up. Oh, there we go. By the way, my eyes are getting better, but this is the flag. Okay. The 1933 paramilitary wing of the Communist Party of Germany, Antifascista Action. 2017 paramilitary wing of the Democrat Party of America, Anti-Fascist Action. Look at these flags. Is this a coincidence? No. This is the Fourth Reich. The deep state went from the Third Reich in Nazi Germany to the Fourth Reich. All the people that funded, supported Nazi Germany are in power today. You know, Prescott Bush, father of George, grandfather of George W., funded IG Farben, which was the company, which was the parent company, what turned out to be Bayer later. And IG Farben was they made the Zyklon B gas. Okay, and Bayer is now a direct descendant of that and in charge of our food supply by buying out Monsanto. They are still in power today. Okay, Watson, IBM. Okay, the absolute the tattoos in the Jews concentration camps, not just the Jews, but many others in there as well, but primarily the Jewish population. The tattoos on their arms were so that the IBM machines that they sold to Hitler could figure out where everybody was. Okay, the punch cards of those machines, and IBM went on to become the biggest company, the greatest company in the history of the world up until modern era. And by the way, IBM was also the company that Bill Gates' mother was on the board of, and she said, give him what he wants, and he wanted DOS, and they gave him DOS, and he started off on DOS, then he stole Windows, the Windows idea from Steve Jobs, who had done it for Apple already. So here's a guy who was given and stole, and now we're supposed to listen to him when it comes to our health, right? And he has a depopulation program. Okay, and his father funded Planned Parenthood and is responsible for more abortions and the murdering of more humans, second only to the CCP, which is in control of the White House right now. Let me rephrase that: is in control of the fake White House, is in control of this farce, this Biden farce. Okay, and so, but this is what we're looking at, folks. This is what is being thrust upon us, and we've never seen anything like this in a way that has been. Here's the other one that I was looking for here. Same thing, but this is the way it was presented to the world via Germany. This is them training in Syria, okay? This is 33 Germany, and this is like 2017, 2018, 2019. Okay, these are the same people. All right, there were other connections to the Fourth Reich, the Operation Paperclip, and so forth. So this is all happening, and this is the plan for March 6th. So what we're on the lookout for right now as Snedheads, we are on the lookout for the FFs, right, to make sure that we're dialed into what's happening there and around the world, and we're also, that would draw our attention. We're also locked into things like what Cuomo's going through right now to detract. Believe me, it's a lot easier to save yourself from a few accusations of improper behavior. Okay, a man can come back from that very easily, especially when the alternative is that he murdered thousands of people. Okay, so this is all a distraction. Make no mistake about it. This is a distraction. Since they came out with these accusations, how much have you heard about the nursing homes and sending the elderly back into nursing homes? Not much. Why? Because this is all a distraction. This is all to get our eye off the ball. Okay, and also to get our eye off the ball about all the problems in New York as well. That's a definite. Okay, so we're on the lookout for the FFs. We're on the lookout for the distractions, and we're also on the lookout for how they can pin it all on a movement that is acknowledging and promoting peaceful revolution, peaceful action. Not once did 17 drops say storm the Capitol. Not once did our President Donald Trump say storm the Capitol and hurt anybody. They let them in. I'm going to show you an interview and a part of the indoctrination very soon about that. And if I have it up, I'll go right to it. But I wanted to show you something else as well. And just show you basically, folks, what we are fighting for, okay? And what we are fighting for is the children, okay? What we are fighting for is the children, and that we know are being stolen, we know are being abused, and we know that we must put an end to that and reclaim our humanity. Reclaim our humanity from this cabal that means to absolutely enslave us, and has for a very, very long time. For a very, very long time. Okay, let me take you to this video that Christine Nance Taylor sent me, and I'm going to play this for you here. I'm going to get my light on here, and I'm going to make sure that I get the sound dialed in as well. All right, so you see this. So this is got to do something about these missing children grabbed by the perverts. Too many incidents, fast trial, death penalty. What just happened? Just disappeared on me. It's one of those, maybe I touched a button that had the, okay, here we go. All right. Okay. By the way, I do not own the music for this, this video. Okay. And I, also, we're using this under the fair use law of the United States of America, and these views are not necessarily my own. And that's not it. It did go to something else that here we go. Okay. Hold on. Let me get this this sound on for you guys. And we will, here we go. Let me see if that makes a difference here.